Whether you've already decided you're gonna get an emerald swift, or you're about to get one, or you're not sure so you want to learn a little bit more, in this video I'll show you how to take care of an emerald swift, but also how it can thrive in your home. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. First, let's take a look at what is an emerald swift. The setting is a little bit more of a jungle forest type of vibe. They're arboreal, so they like to climb and stay in the trees. They're also active during the day and live to be somewhere between 5 to 10 years. Their size is about 7 to 8 inches long, including the tail. Their diet is insects, so anything like crickets, roaches, anything like that. Also, a fun fact is that they give birth to the young instead of laying eggs like the rest of the reptiles. Alright, so for setting up their enclosure, you want to make sure that they have a lot of space to climb. A lot of branches. The setup should look a little bit jungle foresty. So you want to first get an enclosure that's about 18 by 18 by 36. You can go a little bit, a little bit wider, but in general this should be a good size for an enclosure. The substrate should be well draining but can retain moisture, something like coconut bark, coconut core, mixed with a little bit of topsoil. Once you have the substrate down, what you want to do is add a couple of rocks, decor. The number one thing you want to make sure you have or is in there is tall branches, so your reptile can get way up top and bask under the lights. For the plants, you want to make sure it's a little bit more of a jungle forest vibe, so add a couple of coleuses, maybe bromeliads. A monstera would be a great choice. Pothos, they're not herbivores or omnivores, so they're not going to chew on any of the plants, so you're safe to put whatever jungle forest type of vibe of plants you want to add in there. They're also not big or heavy, so even if they do end up climbing on them, it shouldn't be a big issue where you have to replace plants every once in a while. They're very light little guys, and yeah, they run around everywhere. Because they like to climb, they end up going a lot to the top to make sure they get as much UVB as they possibly can. You want to make sure you add a good UVB bulb. This ensures they're getting their vitamin D through UVB, and it avoids any metabolic bone disease or anything that could really harm your reptile. So yeah, make sure you add that UVB, high output. They can climb up and down depending on how much vitamin D they want that day. Maybe they want a little D, maybe they want a lot of D, I don't know. Give them that option and they'll be happy. They're active during the day, so add an LED just to give them a little bit more oomph to their day. Make sure you add a heat lamp and bulb to get their basking spot to get to about 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. When it comes to humidity, give them 60 to 80%, and a lot of this is handled with the plants and the cork bark, giving them opportunities to get to that spot. And then when it comes to like misting, you want to mist every other day or every day depending on the season. When it's spring to fall, you want to maybe switch to every day. When it comes to fall to winter or spring, you want to mist every other day. This gives them a good balance of dry periods and then also the wet season. When it comes to handling, just don't keep them in their enclosure. They're very quick. It's in their name. They're swift. So not only that, they're tiny. So if they get out of your sight, they're pretty much going to be gone. Keep them in their enclosure and just appreciate their beauty. Their main diet is going to consist of small crickets, small dubia roaches, or black soldier fly larvae. It's as simple as feeding a couple every day with a little bit of calcium, and boom, you're all set. You can include a water dish inside. They end up drinking a lot of their they end up getting a lot of their hydration through droplets, so just make sure you're misting daily or every other day so they can get a couple drinks from the leaves or from the branches. You're pretty much that, but you can include a water dish if you want to. Now you know how to take care of an emerald swift. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video of me building an emerald swift enclosure. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video on Tuesday.